card on the Uber app. It was $25. Well, she was going to help me, and she couldn't, I guess, and she got 7 messages. Don't
Wow.
that make you sick?
It does. So they tried to discredit my military stuff, right?
Oh God.
And then the most horriblest part, so I confided in them about somebody calling DHS on me, and saying some pretty horrible things about my daughter being SA'd.
Mm.
And they wanted proof, and I was going through the DHS whole thing to it's called the Freedom of Information Act, where I'm allowed to know who my accuser was if it was found falsely. And so here in Oklahoma, you're allowed to do that. So I was going through the court system. Once again, the court system is slow. Ever since COVID, you can't get anything done fast at all.
Right.
But because I didn't produce my proof in the time they wanted me to, I was lying.
Wow.
Yeah. They fabricated a phone call to my supposable DHS office here in Yukon. Well, it's not in Yukon, but it's Canadian County, whatever. And the lady that answered the phone said, "Oh, are you calling about Charity Hall?" Honey, they would never say that. And they would never give you info either about a case. They would never do that to a total stranger. So,
Lyft here is a little bit more expensive than Uber around here.
yeah, Lyft is also not as safe as Uber.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's why I use Uber, and I can't find like being on food stamps and medical card. I I don't know if there's any, there's like if you're on like food stamps and medical card, there's like a little in town like little shuttle type thing.
Yeah.
I don't think they have anything here like that. I've been looking into that. Like they say I don't use resources, but look, I did. I stuck with it and I got my food stamps. I
So
mean, I don't understand things. I don't understand what I'm doing so wrong. And from what my understanding, it's like because Dora's not getting, and I guess people think it's easy for me, and everybody thinks I get all this god awful money, and I don't. People think I get all this money, and I don't.
yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. I mean, if I had all this money that they say I did, I think
Well,
I'd
the
be all
thing
right.
is,
I'd get my own stuff, but I don't, and I'm not
the,
getting it.
the thing is like the money that I send you. If I were to ask, I'm not going to ask because I know it goes to Uber or whatever you may need. Um, but you could show where you spend the money on Uber. It is that, but you don't have to. That's what I wanted to tell you. Do not try to bring up any documents, any receipts, nothing, because the moment you do, they're going to say they're fabricated, they're going to twist it. It's
Right, like
never
they did
going
last
to be
night.
right.
Good
It's
morning,
never going to be
Kentucky.
correct with them.
Like they did last night. They said that about my the rehab that I went in, and somebody was like, "Oh, I went there, and they don't allow your phone." I said, "Okay, if you went to Hitchcock, where's it at?" They said Columbus. I said, "You're wrong. It's in Cleveland." And and then I showed my paperwork. They said it's not residential. I said it's residential inpatient treatment, and they do show right there that you're allowed to have your cell phone. You know what I mean? And
So
I had some.
a lot of drug rehabs do allow, some mental hospitals do allow you to have your phones. Just FYI. My brother, he went into a rehab. He was allowed to have his phone. It was weird to me because you would think that would be a hindrance, but I guess the emotionalness of quitting a drug or rug, whatever you want to say, and not having contact with family or friends, you've got to pick your battles there. So that I
Right.
do understand. It's a mental struggle. So I
To see,
understand.
when I went to Hitchcock and I was signing in and everything, I went to turned off my phone and I went to hand it to him. She's like, "Oh, you're allowed to have your phone here." I said, "Huh?" I said, "Huh?" Because the
Like,
place was so big that your counselor had your number and you could be on this side of the building and she'd be on that side of the building and she'd be like, "I need you to come to my office," and she would send you a quick text. So you'd have to go from over here to over there. It wasn't something like, because the intercom system was like really like old, and like when they talked in the intercom, it kind of like it sounded like Charlie Brown. And then, like, I mean, if you had a doctor's appointment, they'd be like, they would text you and be like, "You need to come to the front because they're here to pick you up for your doctor's appointment," or whatever. And sometimes they just came there, and you had to go into a room and you spoke to the, nurse practitioners. And this place was huge, and it's Hitchcock Center for Women. If anybody's around Cleveland area, they do out of county, but they only let you stay there for 30 days to do your inpatient treatment, and then you have to go into your county for sober living, and that's what I did. I suggest that to everybody. Like, there was a girl down by my work that was just a customer, that I think she stays in one of the homeless shelters, and she wanted to get clean. I said, "Here, take this. Call your insurance company. They'll take you," because my insurance company brought me from Cleveland down here to sober living because I was going into another place. That's how I got from Cleveland to Cincinnati on the day my dad died, right after I graduated. So I don't know the way the bullies are thinking, people that hate me, but this is a hate group that's after me. Dora put out my address. She told everybody where I worked. She said every meeting I went to, and she was telling people, "Go get her."
but she doesn't dox people. That's what she said in your chat the other day. Say what?
That's why I called Jackson County Police down in Kentucky. So,
Hey, April. Or Kentucky, my bad. Yeah.
so I mean,
Hey,
it's just, I mean, as soon as she got up yesterday morning, it was Easter, man,
yeah.
and it breaks my fucking heart. It was fucking Easter, and as soon as her feet hit the floor, she was online talking about me.
She did it on purpose. You gotta realize they do these things on purpose to get to you. One day we'll get you there to not care what they say. One day. It'll take a minute, but you gotta understand that she doesn't have a life. She has nothing going for her, but you do. And she's jealous. It boils down right down to jealousy. At this point, we used to start making fun. I used to say, "Hey, does my name taste so good in your mouth? Is that why it's still there?" Because I think it does. Now, I don't know if you know, she's a lesbian. She's got a girlfriend that is still married to a man, but we won't go there. Yeah. So I used to say, like, just jokes and stuff like that. Just
Renegade, what do you mean by Renegade said, "I think Jen wanted to play with me the other day. I don't know."
Oh, no. He's talking about my son. I'm sorry. So Renegade, my son's name is Jensen. I'm sorry. We call him Jensen.
Okay.
So Renegade, he did. He doesn't answer his text messages. I'm sorry. But when he gets home today, I will tell him to call you, okay? No, that's one of my friends on here. He plays with my son.
Oh, okay, cool. I was sitting there going, "No, I didn't want to play with nobody."
And Renegade, he got a PS5 for his birthday. So,
And like, I got messages, like, you should see the text messages from Bad Boy and from Teresa, calling me scum, calling me a piece of shit, because that lady was gonna get me that mattress topper or whatever, and I turned her down on live yesterday, but yet they still sent those. I do have them blocked. It's just it lets me know that there's another message in my block list.
yeah.
And my dumb me went over there and read them. Wow.
Don't do it. No, it just one day you will look back on
You have
this
a question
and you will
about
laugh.
Bad Boy and Teresa. What's the question?
I believe in
They
God.
like to spread shit that ain't true.
They love drama. They feed off drama, and if they can find some, then they start it. But Jen, I have to go into work. I will listen in the comments though and be there. Okay.
All right, love. I'll remind myself to send you my phone number and you can text me.
Okay. All right. And then later today we'll do the Walmart
Oh,
order.
thank you. I didn't know if you were going to do that. Thank you.
I said I would. All right. Bye.
All right, bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
If they didn't agree with the bullying when they were here, how can they do the same thing they didn't agree with? I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Cletus. I don't know. Because they jump on that bandwagon. Like Teresa said that I stole off her card. I didn't even know her card number. And I have the messages where when she would buy me an Uber card, she would take a picture of the front and back and send it to me. And all they do is they jump. Like, I had a feeling Bad Boy was going to leave anyway because he kept saying, oh, well, your well's running dry. There ain't nobody going to be helping you. I don't know what else more I can do. And he kept hitting around for a few days before he, like, jumped ship and did that. And it's just, it's crazy. It is. And Teresa only did it to save her own skin because they were like on Reddit talking about her. They called her job, everything, and she just wanted to get it to stop. So she just joined the bandwagon because she thinks it's going to get her somewhere in life, and it's not. Because I've been telling the truth the whole time. I've been, doing what I got to do. I can't agree with it either. And most of the time, me and April's just laughing and joking and kidding around. But we demonstrated a little bit yesterday what it was like. And then I came in and I said, hey, we just wanted to show y'all what it was, give you a little demonstration on it. But this is the kind of stuff that gets people hurt. And they follow me. Now Dora has people following me. And the messages that they had like their own like little group chat, okay? They had their own little private group chat. Well, I guess they pissed somebody off in that group chat because this person has sent me all that information, screenshots from that group chat. And Dora, Better Days, Gina, and all them was all a part about what Ann Bonnie did. They all was about, her doing that, have somebody follow me, take pictures, and then do bodily harm to me. They all were part of it. I had it all taken off my phone. They went over and got the YouTube. I got to go get another one of these because all the YouTube's on here. And they want me off this app. They want me off the planet, everything. So that's what they want. Because in that group chat, it was said, and I have the screenshots of those text messages because I don't know who they pissed off, but whoever they pissed off has my number, and they've been sending me information. So, it's sad, it's sickening. And not to bring up any names, I don't know if she's in here right now. But it's kind of like that. I know things happen in life. Bullshit happens every day in people's lives, and sometimes they can't do it or they won't do it. But don't say you're going to do it and then not do it. Like Nancy, she said she won big on a lottery ticket and she was going to send me a $200 gift card. That never happened. She didn't return my calls, nothing. And maybe she got sick, maybe something happened in her life, but it only takes 2 seconds to send a text message. That's what I'm talking about, building people up and then tearing them down at the end. So it's sad. It's sickening. It's sad. It's downright, like, I call it not human, but yeah, I gotta work here a little bit. How they building me up? They act like they're my friend, and they come over here and they talk to me, and they're like, "Oh, I just love you, Jen, and you're doing such a great job," and they text me for a few days, they call me for a few days, and then they flip it, and then they boom. Don't follow through with what they say. They turn around and start calling me filthy names, and they jump on that other bandwagon. That's how they build you up and tear you down. It's a restaurant job. We'll just leave it at that. Everybody want to continue to give me a little likes, please? Give me some likes because they're mass reporting me. Yep, they are. We'll just say it's a restaurant job. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. Thank you guys. Thanks for